I didn't mean to bring it home. It wasn't even for sale, just abandoned in the corner of the old antique shop, leaning against a wall like it had been waiting for someone. The frame was carved with strange symbols, twisting lines that looked almost like letters, almost like eyes. I ran my fingers over it, and for a second, I thought I saw movement in the glass, but the shop was empty. Just me, the dust, and the smell of old wood. "I'll take it," I said, almost without thinking. The shopkeeper didn't respond. He just nodded, pale and silent, and the bell above the door jingled as I left. The apartment was small, cheap, but the mirror fit perfectly in the corner of my bedroom. That night, I stood before it, examining my reflection. Everything seemed normal until I blinked. The reflection didn't. I froze. It smiled. I didn't. Then it mimicked me again, just a second later, perfectly in sync. But the smile lingered. My reflection's lips curled into something too wide. That night, I dreamt of the apartment, but not mine. The walls were dark, slimy, pulsating, like they were breathing. The mirror was gone, replaced with a black void. And through that void, I saw myself, or something wearing my face. It was screaming, but no sound came out. I woke drenched in sweat. The mirror stood quietly in the corner. But now I noticed something I hadn't before. A faint outline in the glass, like someone standing behind me. But when I turned, nothing was there. The next day, strange things started happening. Words appeared, written backward. "Look behind." I tried cleaning it, but the words came back. Sometimes, at night, I'd hear faint scratching, like fingernails on wood. Not from the floor, not from the walls, from the mirror itself. One night, I woke to the sound of breathing slow, deliberate, almost human. I sat up. The room was pitch black. My bedroom door creaked, but no one was there. My eyes went to the mirror and it was moving. The reflection was stepping forward. Not me, the reflection. Its eyes were black holes. Its mouth stretched impossibly wide. I froze. It whispered my name. I tried to leave, packed the mirror into my car, drove to the antique shop, but when I arrived, the shop was gone. Just an empty lot. Even the street looked unfamiliar. That night, I slept on the couch, too scared to touch the bedroom door. And then I heard it, the laughter, low, wet, and crawling through the apartment like insects. It came from the mirror. I dared to look. The reflection waved. I hadn't moved. I screamed. Over the next few days, it got worse. I'd wake up to find the mirror in different places, sometimes in the hallway, sometimes in the kitchen, always facing me, always smiling. I tried covering it, locking it, even smashing it. Nothing worked. The shards would reform, the glass would stretch, the reflection would laugh. I started seeing things in the mirror that weren't there, shadows moving behind it, faces pressed against the glass, mouths screaming silently. It learned me. It knew what I feared. Every night, it would show me my own death. I saw myself strangled, stabbed, drowned, burned. I would wake up gasping. And then I realized it wasn't showing me the future. It was rehearsing. One night, I woke to the sound of whispering, my name, soft, inviting. I sat up and saw my reflection standing in the doorway, not in the mirror, in my room. I blinked, gone. The next day, my neighbors said I hadn't left the apartment in a week. I hadn't. The mirror was everywhere, on the ceiling, on the floor, on the walls. I tried calling someone, my friends, my family. The numbers connected, but when I spoke, they didn't respond. Instead, they whispered my name from inside the phone. The mirror was inside me now. It started talking to me, not in words, I heard in thoughts, dark, slippery thoughts, suggestions I'd never make myself. Look behind you. Touch me. Join me. I resisted. for a while. But it's persistent, always patient. Last night, I think it won. I woke up, and the reflection was not reflecting me. It was standing in my bed, smiling, waiting. I ran to the door, locked. The keys weren't in my hand. I ran to the window, locked. I turned. The reflection was here, in the apartment. Not a mirror anymore. Flesh and shadow and teeth. It whispered my name. I screamed. I don't know if anyone will find me. I don't know if I can escape. And now, I'm writing this because I think it's reading over my shoulder, copying my thoughts, waiting for me to blink. Because the reflection never blinks.